Good morning. Have you ever had one of those mornings when you're getting ready and you're putting your makeup on and it makes this sound? Well, and I'm all ready and I'm looking in the mirror and that sound made makeup go all over my other shirt I had on. So I had to do a wardrobe change before coming down here and doing this live video with you guys. So I'm apologizing, I'm a little bit late, but you know, makeup bottles, and when they're almost empty, you just never know where the makeup's gonna go when you do this. Okay, so we're gonna craft this morning, and what I did is I visited the Dollar Tree, and then I visited Walmart. So what I got at the Dollar Tree is, and I've totally forgot my Spanish moss. So, again, Sonya forgot something, but we'll know the gist of it. I got the board. This is what we're gonna make today, and this is your fall, and it's crazy because these things are foam dice. And I'm gonna paint one of these first because this is a project when you guys are ready to do it. It does take time for these to dry. You cannot use your heat dryer because these are foam and they may make them a little toasty, is that I would say. So when you go to the Dollar Tree, you're gonna go find a little board like this, and there is a rough side and there is a smooth side. So what you're gonna wanna do is you're wanna paint, I mean, it depends up to you what you guys want, but I would probably do the smooth side just because it would be a little easier. I know the reason why I forgot the Spanish moss because it's in a really big bag and it's on my workstation. So I apologize for that, but you guys will know how that works. Okay, so here is your board, $1.25. And then you're gonna get these dice, and they're 2 per package. And what I did is I pre-painted these because these do take longer to dry. So I'm hoping when we do this, I'm gonna hurry and paint this one. I'm gonna paint it now while we're talking. So what I did is I did the red spice. This is a new one that I found that I really do like. And there is a darker one also that I'm liking. Like I said, I'm gonna hurry and paint this while we're talking. And maybe, hopefully I won't get paint on my shirt. But you're going to need red spice. And I did bleach sand. Just letting you guys know, sand gray is what we usually use all the time. And sand gray is now discontinued. I went to Shelly at Hobby Lobby here about a week and a half ago. And I'm like, what is the deal with the paints? And she goes, what are you talking about? I go, you guys have had sand gray like for 4 weeks. So she goes, well, and I go, I don't like your tone. And she goes, sand gray, they discontinued. And I go, did they ask me? No, they didn't. And cobblestone. So we've used those 2 colors in the past, so they are discontinued. So my go-to now is bleach sand. And then I went ahead and used rich black chalk paint to paint the board. And then we're going to go back to our antique wax with Waverly, and this one you're going to find at Walmart. And we've used this in the past in the back, so if you've already purchased it, great. And if you go to Walmart and buy this, they do have it in a really small container. I think they have it in 3 different sizes. So it's perfectly up your preference, but I would say for you guys, just go with the small one. And because this one, I can't remember, this may be $8, $9, and your other small ones maybe $2, $3. And of course, then these are $1.25. And then what I did is I just went down outside and I found some sticks. You can go find little knobs at Hobby Lobby in the unfinished woods, which isn't on sale right now. But I went ahead and just found some sticks in the yard, and then I had Mindy take them and put them on the chop saw where they were a nice smooth end. And I made mine tall. You can make yours short. It's whatever your guys' preference. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take that and you are going to paint all sides but one. You don't need to paint the bottom because this is going to go on your board. But we are going to put a coat of this on because, like I said, it does take a little while to dry just because you are painting on foam. I know when I was doing this yesterday, Mom goes, "Oh, is that hot glue going to melt your foam?" And it stuck. It may have melted underneath where you and I will not see it, but it did stick and it did work great with the hot glue. Okay, so I am going to just take this, and if you have nails like me, it will make some indentions, and I'm hoping this seriously will dry. I should have bought one more package so you guys could have seen, and then I could have just pre-painted everything. And we could try the hot glue or we could try the dryer. But there's one coat, and let me get some wet ones. And if you want to, when you're doing this, you can grab some gloves, just because it is hard to get a hold of when you're doing that. And again, we're almost at the bottom of our container. So go ahead and get that orange paint off your hands. And this red spice, it does like to really dry on and be there for a while. Okay, and you're gonna need twine and you're gonna need buttons. So those are the other two things you're gonna need. And we've already got those, so we'll put those to a side. We are gonna get the dryer though, so we can dry our board here. And you can shake that up, do whatever you wanna do. And I am just going to use, I'm gonna use one of these on this. I don't want to get my mammoth one. I think the last time I did a crafting project here, I took my other brushes home and I added them to my other collection. Sometimes I am a little basket case, but this just shows you that you don't have to have the perfect brushes for every project. A brush will work with whatever. How are you guys today on this Friday morning? It is a little chilly outside here in Kearney. Definitely gonna feel like fall. Should have brought my pumpkins and put them in the garage last night. I think Mark said, I don't know if there's a freeze advisory for today or tomorrow, or it was last night. So you're gonna paint, and if you wanna paint the bottom, that's perfectly fine. No one's gonna see it, it's totally up to you. But go ahead and paint all of this, top and sides. And your sides are gonna be a little bit rougher, like I said, with that other side. So you can get it perfect, you can get it not perfect, and don't get paint on your shirt, Sonya. I want to give you an update on Miss Sophie. Sophie is feeling better. We saw the vet and we had gone through 4 rounds of medications. So I think we have been 2.5, maybe 3 months. I would say we're almost at 3 months with kennel cough. And he just said, let's just go a week with no medication because it's not seeming to help. It's very rampant. It is like crazy, crazy. And so Mark's been doing a lot of studying and honey. So your local honey, kind of like with you have allergies. So we've been start giving her honey, and I think we're at the end, and maybe like the honey is just putting the final touch to this kennel cough. So I am so hoping for it because I feel bad because she barks. She literally, like when she coughs, it sounds like she's barking. Okay, so we're gonna go and dry this. And I'm going to say we are not going to put 2 coats on it because we are going to use this Waverly Antiquing on top of it. So don't worry about doing it twice. Just do it once. Okay, so let's see how our little block is doing over here. I'm telling you, it is not dried fast at all, guys. So our little project, you're going to get the gist of it, but you're probably not going to see it finished because it is just quite the thing. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get another coat on, and I'm going to try the dryer and we'll see if we won't try to melt it. But I don't think it worked very well. And it will probably take 3 coats on this just because your paint, and it's depending on what color you get. These were blue, they've got red ones, they've got yellow ones, and when you go to Dollar Tree, they're over in the little toy section. I know all Dollar Trees are a little bit different. Just look for where the toys are, and that's where these are located. They're not located in the crafts. Your board is located in the unfinished wood department. Let's see if we can burn it. And don't hold it. It got a little bubbly. Oops. We'll put that to the back. Yeah, don't dry it. It makes a mess. It totally bubbled it. Okay, so we're gonna do F-A-L. We just won't get the other L because I'll have to let this dry. So I apologize, and I thought I should just go ahead and paint it because it really takes a long time for it to dry. So this is one of those projects you just need to let sit and then go back to it later. And I'm sorry, I was really hoping it was going to do it, but it is not. Okay, so the gist of that is going to take 3 coats. Put your excess paint back on your bottle. Okay, and we're just going to put that off to the side because we are not going to be able to do anything with it. Okay, so we're going to go back to this board and just shake your bottle up because you don't worry about putting this on your plate because you're not going to need very much of it. You can just go ahead and work off the surface of your lid here. And then you're going to go ahead and take another one of them stencil brushes and you're just going to dab. And this one, I really wouldn't worry about dabbing off before you go on because you're going to want it a little bit thicker in places. So when you're doing this, just go ahead and just glide it along. Pull that paint, and you can make it as heavy or as light as you want. And if you want it really, really light and not making it so heavy, go ahead and do our load up your brush, swirl, 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 and tap, tap, tap. Really, it's dependent on how antique-ish if you want. And if you don't want to use this, get your sandpaper and just go and take your sandpaper and rough it up. Okay. I had a gut feeling this morning when we started this that was not going to dry. So if you have a gut intuition, listen to it. And before I came downstairs and got on the treadmill, I should have just painted it and just been done. I guess you guys would have seen the picture. So that was my fault. Okay, again, don't hold it when the dryer is there. Okay, so now that is all dry, and now what we're going to do is we're going to set this off to the side. This is a stencil that I bought at Walmart, and it actually came in a package of 3. There was a saying and then like a set of 3 leaves, and I believe I paid maybe $8 for this, and I'm only going to use this one. They have some fonts that are different, but I really like this one the best, so I broke down and just bought it. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to lay your blocks, and you can see I did not paint the bottoms because we're going to glue it. So go ahead and find the best surface covered and lay these down. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go back to this, and you're going to go ahead and you're going to take that, and this one I would say go ahead and do the tapping. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take this and you're just going to go very lightly. That is about what you want on the front surface because you're going to put your F in front of that. And then go ahead and take that and then pull that all along the side because they're going to go like this. You don't need to do the inside because they're all going to stack together. And then I would take it and I would do it just a little bit at the top. You don't have to worry about a lot of it because your Spanish moss, which I forgot, is going to go on top. So go ahead and lay that one down and then go ahead and do your tapping and do the next one. And your middle ones, you don't need to worry about doing your sides. Just make sure you get the front and the top and you're good to go. And then you're going to go ahead and just pull a little bit here and there on the sides of those. Again, tap, tap. And before, if you guys aren't, if you're feeling uncomfortable about doing this, go to a piece of paper. Practice on the paper before you start on this, just so you get the brush strokes. And just remember, when you're doing your brush strokes, keep your brush straight up and down. Don't go sideways because those bristles are going to bend and you're not going to get that nice clean surface of anything that you want. So always just practice, practice, practice. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is And that one I don't like. Okay, so if you can tell, that one did not cover very well. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna turn it again. And really when it comes to, when it does come to these foam containers, these foam dice that we do, some, like I said, it'll cover better on some sides than others just because it is foam. Okay, so now those are done. And again, just wipe your fingers off because if you have some excess black on your hands, that orange really likes to dry. It's crazy. It's a new color. And when Shelly and I were looking at all the paints, and I'm like, that's a new color, that's a new color, that's a new color. And she goes, you know your colors? And I go, I do. This is my favorite brand. Okay, so the next thing you're gonna do is we're just gonna take this plate and I'm just gonna dab a little bit, just a little bit of paint in here because we don't need very much. Okay, I'm gonna move that to the side. So I have purchased some smaller ones and you can buy these at Hobby Lobby, you can buy these at Walmart because these are always our big ones that we use, but for this fine, and they even come smaller than this, but for fine stenciling, this is for sure what you guys are wanting to invest in. And we will be doing some more things with the smaller brushes, so just go ahead and just go buy some. Okay, so now we're gonna go and we're gonna pull, swirl, and tap. Because remember, when we're stenciling, we don't want a lot of paint in there because we don't want to sneak underneath because then we can't clean it up. So you're just gonna go ahead and you're gonna take your stencil and you're gonna lay it right in the middle. Now, the other thing is if you have big rubber stamps that are alphabet, use those. That's another way. And then just make sure that your ink pad is nice and full. And then you're just gonna very lightly just keep going back and forth till you get the coverage that you want. So there is our F. And then again, you're just gonna pull and then you're gonna fill it. And you're gonna kind of lay this here and you'll know that it's in the middle. And you're off a little bit. I mean, if you are really scared not getting your alphabet straight, make them tilty-totty. I've done that in the past. And they don't have to be perfect. And then with this A, I would definitely hold down the middle. Just because we're working on a surface that is up and not flat. To get that A center that you know it's an A. And there is our A. And then we're going to go and fill again. And we're going to tap. And we're going to find our L. And right in the middle. Okay, there's our L. And we are not going to get to that one. It is not going to dry. Maybe we can make it work. Okay, so we'll see if I got enough in here. Oh, look at that, I do. Maybe, no. Okay, we're gonna make this work one way or another. Because let alone did I forget the Spanish moss. I am like a mess. I'm all over the place this morning. Okay, we are gonna make this work. I'm gonna win. I am gonna beat this. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our other L on here. It's just a little damp, guys, not bad. Yay! Okay, and there's our other L. Woo-hoo! Well, since it's damp, I need to go a little bit heavier. My mom loved the garland we did the other day, and I'm like, do you want to take it home and decorate with it? So my mom took it home, and she's going to hang it on her mantle. So I'm super excited. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take our board, voila, and then we're going to go ahead and just, and I know I'm going to do these backwards, but I need to see the alphabet in front of me. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to set them on there so they're centered, okay? This is going to turn out so cute. Let's get these off to the side. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're just going to take your glue gun, and when you've got them centered and you're feeling really good about it, just take your glue gun and then go ahead and put a little bit of glue. That's probably about what you need, and go and set that one down. And then just kind of sit for just a little bit. And then you're going to go ahead and pick up your A. Set that one down. And go ahead and pick up your L. This is the one that was a little damp, and it's going to work. I really don't hear any crickling, or sometimes when you get on foam, you hear that little snap, crackle, pop like Rice Krispies. I'm not hearing that. Okay. So there is F-A-L-L. Yay! Okay. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to take your, you can use anything. Go to your unfinished wood department at Hobby Lobby, see what you got, what they have, and then go ahead and then just put some glue down. Set that up. I like sticks. I really like sticks. Okay, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put some glue on that one. And then we're going to do this one. And put a little more excess on there, just because, especially if you find some tall sticks like this, I would definitely just put some extra glue, because you're going to put the Spanish moss around when you have it. And that way you got a little more stability so that they don't get knocked over. Okay, so there's our F-A-L-L. Then what I did is I went ahead and I went to my string, and there's all different kind of thicknesses of twine that you can find at Hobby Lobby, and find the bundle that looks like this. This is my favorite thickness. They do have some that are really thick, and it's just too thick for me. I don't care for it. Okay, and then just go ahead and cut your string, and then go on, and if you want to put twine on all of them, that's fine. I just put it on my F. And then to make your big bundle, you're just going to take it like this, and you're just going to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and you can make that bow of twine as thick as you want. This one I'm going to make nice and big. I don't worry about making a loop before I put it on here, because we're going to go ahead and we're just going to tie that on there. And we're going to double knot it. Made it nice and big. And then you're going to knot it. And then what I like to do is, once that gets on like that, then I kind of like to play with my bow, and I like to pull it apart so it looks nice and full. Okay? So it's nice and big. There you go. And then what you're going to do is then you're going to take that, and you're just going to trim those ends off, and then you're going to find your button. This is the can of buttons, the jar of buttons that I kept looking at Hobby Lobby for the longest time, and I finally broke down and bought them. And I wish I would have bought them a long time ago. I believe they're $10 for the bundle. They have all different kinds. They've got a jar of black ones. They've got a jar of mixed ones. And there are all different sizes. There's a lot of little ones in here. And I have used all different sizes. I'm going to pick a medium-sized one. There are some smaller ones in here. But especially if you don't have a lot of buttons laying around, that's the cheapest way. They don't have a jar at Hobby Lobby. I did look. If you're looking for like fancy buttons, they do have that big long spindle that has all the buttons on there. You can go that route. But this is one that I'm really happy with. And there's a lot of buttons in there for 10 bucks. So you are really getting a lot for your money. Okay, so there is our bow. And then just imagine that you have your Spanish moss. So when you're going to put your Spanish moss in, you really don't need to put a lot of glue on here. I would put glue here and here. Take a part of that and then just wrap it around. And that's pretty much it, guys. That is your little cute little section for your decorating, for your shelf, for your mantle. Have your kids help you make them, because it'd be fun. $1.25, $1.25, $1.25. And you've got your twine. Go find some sticks. Your unfinished woods are on sale at Hobby Lobby. So go grab some knobs or whatever you're wanting to go on top of there. And that's it. That is our craft on a Friday. I hope you guys enjoy it. It's just a fun craft. On Monday, we're going to make, I think we're going to make candy corn. So guess. No, did you hear Sophie? She has a cough. So I'm going to do a crazy thing with some friends. We are going to do the market to market. So we are departing out of town tonight. We're going to Omaha, staying overnight, and we're up early tomorrow morning. I think our girls, we start at 7:20. So we will be running from Omaha to Lincoln. We all have different routes on how many miles that we run. I'm doing, or legs they call them. So you're doing 3 legs or you're doing 2 legs. I'm doing 2 legs. I'm the old chick on the block. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then in November, we'll do our half marathon in Lincoln, and then running for outside is going to be done for the year. So I'm going to go clean some brushes, and then I'm going to do the Rustic Blueprint video really quick for our Rustic Blueprint people. So if you don't know what a Rustic Blueprint is, go to our website and go to boxes, and then drop down box is blueprints, and that is a monthly door charm that comes to your house, and it is just the wood, the wire, the ribbon, not the paints, because if we're doing something, you may want to paint it a different color. And it's fun and it's unique, and next week it will be turning into a membership. And so we will have our own little Facebook group. So this will be the last video you will see on our website for the Rustic Blueprints. So that's it. You guys have a great day. And I'm going to go clean brushes and go get some stuff for my snacks to pack. And we're off. Bye, guys.